Hi, everyone. I know we're a little late tonight. We're having some technical difficulties, but welcome to the show, Get to Know Your Neighbor. I'm your host, Cameron Geesaman with Geesaman Homes. As a quick reminder, our goal with every show is to showcase local businesses and amazing people of Fishers and share their stories with you. We want to bring awareness and spread the word of just how awesome our city really is. Don't forget to click the like button, post an emoji, or comment below. And if you have a friend or a business that you'd like to that we can showcase or have on the show, share it with them or mention our show as well to them. That would be greatly appreciated. Tonight, we are interviewing Elisha Haffner, local hairstylist at Radiate 60 Hair Collective, which is located in the Edge building in the heart of Fishers. I've actually known Elisha for over 10 years, and I'm grateful to have her as my hairstylist. I tried to actually curl my hair a little bit more so because, well, she's just beautiful and her hair always looks good. She has stuck through some crazy hair moments with me and always has been a support to all of my crazy ideas. When I told her over a year ago that I wanted to stop dyeing my hair, she kind of had that look of shock, but she was there for me. I've mentioned it for probably, I don't know how long, but yet I've dyed my hair for over 2 decades. So we've been through some ups and downs, but it's been amazing, and I love having her as my hairstylist. I have ultimately many friends that actually go to her, so hopefully some of them jump on tonight. Elisha was amazing and helped with the process and stages to kind of make me not look so bad. She's always ready to listen and work her magic. Elisha has been doing hair for over 12 years, and I can't say enough good things about her, so please welcome Elisha Haffner. I was trying to click on it.
Hi.
Adam's doing. Hi. How are you? See, guys, her hair's always so good.
Little product, little curling. Yes.
No,
I was just saying, like, yes.
I think every time I see you, I say I want your hair.
Well, we kind of like twins, actually.
We're close. You just like, guys, this is with teasing and hair products and
Same. Dry shampoo, a little bit of serum. Yeah, I do. I put a bunch of crap in it.
Oh, yeah. I try not to put too much crap because I feel like the second and third day mine gets bad, but you actually say that it's okay. Like second and third day is good.
Oh yeah, no, especially now. I feel like dry shampoo is like popular. You can find it anywhere, and so yeah, I dry shampoo, some hairspray, and it's good to go. And
Okay.
so I always do like a little bit of serum. If you have a little bit drier hair, I do serum. But
Yeah. Okay, what's the dry shampoo that you have me use? What's that brand that I really like?
are you talking about Kevin Murphy?
Yes.
Yes, the fresh air one. Is that which one you have? Or
I don't know which one I have. Here's the thing: when you go, you should get this. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's usually what I do. I just put them at the front, and if they want them, they want them. If they don't, it's good too. But yeah,
Right.
they have a ton of good products. I mean, we have Davines, Kevin Murphy, and a little bit of Euphoria. So we got some great products for sure.
That's awesome. I'm gonna bring up. We didn't have a whole lot of time to talk before, but there's a couple people that are saying hi. Which thank you for giving a high five, a wave, emoji, or whatever that is. So Katrina, is that how you say it?
Oh yes, yes, I love her.
So.
Yes, that's one of my clients. She's actually from Jersey. So she's got a little Jersey accent. I love her. So hi, Katrina.
I probably could sit and listen to her talk for hours then, because anybody who has an accent.
Yeah. No, the way she says coffee, you got to hear it. It's amazing.
Yes.
I think I just botched that, but yeah, she said every time she says she's gonna get coffee, I eat it up. But we laugh. It's all good. We love it.
Yeah. I'm not as cool with my English. When we go down to Alabama, we were in a elevator. That's what it was. We were down in Alabama in this like high rise on the beach, and we get in the elevator, and these little kids go, "You sound like the people on TV," and I was like, "Oh,
thank you."
Okay. Yes. I had to really process what they were saying because it's hard. Like sometimes it's hard to understand.
Yeah.
Rachel also gave a wave. Thank you, Rachel, for popping on. I know.
Hi, Rachel. That's my sister.
There's a lot of people that only trust Elisha, let's be honest.
Right.
So, well, we will jump into the question. So, our first question for the night is, what is your favorite part of working in Fishers?
Working in Fishers. So when I started working in Fishers, I also work with Carly Rush, which I love so much, and she's been a dear friend of mine. But she started Make Fresh on Maple, and Maple Street is where, oh gosh, what's the ice cream place in Fishers? What's it called?
Handles?
I'm trying to think. Yes, yes. Anyway, so I used to work down that street. She asked me to come, and it was in this 4-bedroom house and super cute and quaint. And so I was drawn actually from like the small town look of Fishers, and they like the brick streets, and they've done so much to it now. But anyway, so that's gone now. But that's what kind of drove me there, was kind of that little feel and like the house setting. But come to find it during the process. And so we actually moved, then Make Fresh turned into Radiate 60. And now we work with like 19 girls. Carly Rush and Crystal Brown run it, and it's amazing. So you still work for yourself. So it's still the same thing, but it's bigger. But yeah, that's what kind of drove me there, was the little house salon. I was working at a bigger salon, and she just asked me if I wanted to work there, and it was just a smaller bedroom, and I tried it, and it was a good experience. I like a big, atmosphere better,
Right.
but
Yes.
yeah.
I have to admit, Carly's the other one that you walk in and go, oh, I want her hair.
Yes, always fashionable, always cute. Yes, always. Yeah, she's like a sister to me. She's awesome.
Hair envy I have of all of the hairstylists in.
Oh gosh, you look amazing all the time. Stop it.
Oh, thanks. Because I have you. My grays are doing good.
And I was just gonna say, I see you all the time, and you look amazing. I love it. I love what's going on with it, and it's all natural. I said don't touch it for a while, and I think it's doing better.
Yeah. No, I think it is. Because trying to decide to go gray is a big leap. And I think so many people look at it and go, oh no, don't do that. Like, you're not old enough yet. And it's like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of a movement, and I felt really good about it. And don't get me wrong, there's some really tough times when you wake up and go, okay, could it just be all in? But you made it better by putting in the highlights and kind of blending it, making it so that it doesn't look bad.
Oh my gosh, you look amazing. And you're not 100% gray. If you're not 100% gray, it is a little bit harder because, and I think it's a little bit easier too. But no, since I think it looks great though. You got the little bit of light, and you're mostly gray in the front. Like, you have like gray hair people want. It's just like a natural highlight like in the front. So yeah.
Except that's what got so annoying. So because I would have to come to you so often just to do like the root just here.
Yeah.
I was like,
no.
So
no. Well, it's good now.
But here's the thing, even though, because I think sometimes as hairdressers, do you ever think, okay, if you go all natural, then I don't have you as a hair client. But yet you're still cutting my hair and do an amazing job with cuts.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, as I say, I'm like that. You could always do moisturizing treatments. When you go gray, you lose that porosity in your hair. So it can be, a little bit more drying. Sometimes I'll do just like a clear glaze on people that, don't have that hair color that kind of seals down the cuticle. So there's definitely always time, to go back in the salon, even if you don't have hair color.
Oh, good. Okay. Mental note.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where when you first cut my hair and you were cutting it at a different way, I kind of looked and I was like, okay, nobody has cut my hair like this. And I kind of was like, okay, I don't know what she's doing. But then when I left, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best cut I've ever had.
I love you. And I love it. You're so vocal as I do it too. So it's like, it's great. It's encouraging as I cut. It's awesome. It's great.
I wanted to be a hairstylist at one point. So that's why I watch so closely, because I'm like, okay, what is she doing? Oh, wait, what is she doing? Even to the extent, so my niece, my sister's family came over, and the boys needed their hair cut. And boys are easy. I cut our 3 boys, and so I cut theirs. Well, my niece was like, I've never had layers. So she let me put layers in her hair that
Whoa.
I know, right? Here's the thing. I didn't really do much. I kind of sort of put layers in. because I was like, if I botch this, she's going to be so mad. So I kind of just did a little, because her hair was like long. So I just gave like where it would at least have some pieciness.
Yeah.
She loved it. I really didn't do a whole lot. But for an 11-year-old or 12, how old is she? 12? To let her aunt, who is a budding wanting to be hairstylist, it's an art.
Yeah, no, it is. Well, you look cool. It's about how you look too. I feel like by the way you look, people kind of trust you more too, honestly. Yeah. So you look cool. And so she's probably like, I have a cool aunt, like go for it. Take those scissors and do something awesome with my hair. So it's all about that first impression, and it's about the physical appearance, unfortunately.
She won't let her mom do it. It's 100%. Her mom can only do the straight cut. That's it. Yeah. So it's funny. Well, we'll go on to the second question, which is, can you tell us about kind of your journey of and why you wanted to become a hairstylist? Like, what was that process?
Well, I've always been into fashion and, you know, just all that. So my sister actually was a hairstylist first. So she went through the beauty school, and you know, it's like your sibling kind of goes through it, so you kind of check that off as like, no, like that's not for me. That's her. And actually she's not doing hair anymore. But so what I ended up doing was I didn't notice I was doing it because I didn't go to college yet. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I still wanted to be in like the fashion. I was always dressing to what was in style and, you know, all that. So I started working just front desk at salons actually. So I worked at it's just 2 or 3 different salons, but I worked front desk. Because the music's going, like people are there to feel good. They're relaxed. It's like just even people walking in, it's like their favorite part of their day. So I got to be a part of that, and it was addicting. And so I then moved here, and I was just it was a hard time in my life. And my mom's like, why don't you do hair? I'm like, no, I said, Rachel does hair, like my sister. And she's like, just do it. And so I did, and it was the best decision of my life, and I love it now. So.
Yeah. Aww. I have to admit, you and I must have had 2 totally different experiences working at the front desk of a hair salon.
Oh, did you work front desk at a hair salon?
I did, yes. And it was awful.
This is like small salons, mind you. Yeah. No,
yeah. That's like a salon. She wanted somebody that was in the front of the salon, but then she also wanted someone, because I had a business degree, that she was like, maybe you can then end up helping manage it. So I was like, oh, great, you know, all that. I am sorry, and maybe it's because I at the time just had more guy friends than girlfriends, and the cattiness. So I wanted to be a hairstylist. That made me not want to be a hairstylist.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So yeah, I mean, it definitely depends on the group of people that are actually in the salon. The people make the building, you know. So yeah, my experience, I mean, you had a couple of people like that would get a couple of backlash, but like you're kind of in control too up there. So I think I liked more of the control of their schedule. And if they were nice, I would give them clients. If not, I would get someone else.
Well, so yeah, the hard part, because I would schedule people and they'd come and yell at me. And I'm like, do you want people or do you not want people? Like, and if you want to knock it off. So I think if I would have worked at the same salon as you, maybe I would be a hairstylist.
Yeah, you would have. It's so certain people. Now, it wasn't always, you know, perfect, but like to me, it overall was like what I just, you know, it's like you surround yourself with what you kind of want to be. You don't even notice it. I just thought it was the most weirdest thing, because I didn't know I wanted to be a hairstylist. I was just around it all the time. So anyway, gotcha. And then like, so yeah. It's fun.
And that's funny that your sister doesn't do it.
No. She she is a flight attendant now. I don't know why I'm spacing. She's a flight attendant. So yeah.
Those are not in the same fields at all.
No, she went through a little bit of, she thought she was going to get married and didn't. And then she decided to travel the world instead. So I think she made the right decision, because she met her husband and he's a pilot. So
I don't think that's that big. Travel the world. Yes. Well, okay. So for all of our viewers, and here's the thing, we don't always have a lot of people viewing live, because it's night. But we do have people that kind of come back and watch it. So that's kind of the goal, is to sometimes have where people will see this later. So can you kind of talk about what services you provide? And then I want to know kind of what is your favorite, like, that you do of your services.
Yeah, services. I think a lot of girls do like, extensions and all that. I don't do anything, no updos, no extensions. The extras that I do that's not haircut, color, highlight, would just be Brazilian blowouts, or like keratin treatments. So those are kind of like just my extras. I also, full-time mom, so I don't do a whole lot besides the color cut, and then the Brazilian blowout is the extra. So.
And what's your favorite?
You know what? I have people that ask me that, and it's so funny. It ties so much together. Like the cut, if you place it and like do layers, but then you just do highlights, your layer will, your highlight will stop right here. It all kind of blends together. It's just, it's not like I think both like complement each other. So to me, I love both. Like it's exciting with haircuts because especially I love it when they come with hair down here and they want like this hair up to here and like a huge transformation. Just like a fresh start, and like they look completely different. So it's looking at someone's face and it's just did something completely different like before your eyes. That's amazing with cuts. Color is the same thing. Like it's just like like at the shampoo bowl, what's it look like? It's just like this little present of like what you created on their head to when you start drying it. You either love it or sometimes you don't love it and you redo it. But for the most part, they complement each other too much for me just to pick one. So
well, and I even think that when you used to like balayage, right? Like so you would put kind of the blonder at the bottom and do the dark up top and then kind of blend them and all that. And that was always really neat because sometimes afterwards you would go in and kind of paint like pieces. Yeah. And so then you were always sitting in my hair and just like looking at it and trying to figure out like, how do I change it? And and so that's why I always say that, you are more of an artist than just, just a hairstylist. And now I've messed up my hair. Like
No. Well, that's the thing. Hairstyle, it's just like anything with fashion or, whatever. It changes over time. And honestly, it changed so much because when I started doing hair, there wasn't balayage. There wasn't, the foliage. There wasn't root smudge. Like all these things that people see on Pinterest now was not when I first started. So it's me as doing it for 12 years, there was a little bit of change, and there still is. Like I feel like if you're doing hair and not doing continuing education, you're failing because it's always changing, and people think, oh, it's the same. It's not. So that's one thing with doing with hair is like it's been a little bit of a challenge, but I love it because it's I feel like people, especially hairstylists, I know they get bored. And I don't get bored because of all the change. I just feel like it's incredible, and everything looks more natural now. So I love it.
I feel like you embrace it though. Not all hairstylists embrace it.
Embrace what?
Embrace change.
Oh yes, yeah. No. It's a personality thing for sure. But you either like the job a little bit or you love it, and I truly love it. So I don't know.
Well, there's many people. Matt says that you're a hair genius, and again,
that's my brother-in-law.
a genius.
Yes, yeah, no, that's.
I love the comment, though. I think that that's what it's about, right? I mean, ultimately, you've developed a sphere, right, of people that are committed to coming to you and seeing you and know that when they go in and they leave, even I'm not going to go into the details, but we've had some rough times where I'm like, what the, but then it always turns out fine. Like, that's the thing. Like you're dedicated and you work towards making sure the client is good.
Absolutely. I think that's where I care. It's like, that's why I said you either like the job or you love it. And I love it. So then it brings on like the emotional connection with it too, where I want them to walk away and feel like $1,000,000. So if they don't, I probably do over where I ask too many questions because I want them to feel so good. So I'm like, do you like, you like it? So it's like also feeling confident in what you did. And then to know like, what's it going to be in a couple weeks and explain that to them if, or whatever, like, there's just a lot of explaining, but then there's just that helping them along with it. But I love it. Like I said, when they feel good and then later on I get texts where it's amazing and they love it, like it just is so satisfying. So
well, that's why when you send me a text the next day, you're like, how is it?
Yeah.
Just give it a day. Like, And it does. It's always like once I get my fingers in there and I'm like messing with it and I'm like, oh, now I see
Yeah.
what she meant by what she was doing with her scissors over there.
Yeah, no, it's like I give it like the first couple of washes before, give it a couple of days and wash it at least, play with it, like you said, and see if it's laying. And if it doesn't lay, I always say, like, text me, reach out, and then we'll make it better because you're the one doing it, not me. So you have to be able to style it and work with it. So some people, where they come in and, of course, Pinterest, they want certain things. I'm like, are you going to be able to style it? Or it's a picture of curled hair. I'm like, do you curl your hair? So there's a lot that goes into it versus just sit down and do what they ask because they're, you want it to look good. And
I'm sorry, that's hilarious. Somebody says, can you do this to my hair? And then they say they don't curl their hair?
Yeah. Well, everything's like like I said, it's the balayage and all that. It's all, every picture's got these waves. And I'm like, are you going to wave it? Because it really does. It's a natural placement of how you highlight. So it's not like how it used to be where it's like the highlight, low light, and like you see it. It's more blended. But when you curl it, the pops of light show. So that's what makes it light. And balayage is French for hair painting. So it's just the way to do it is just more natural. So
I will say, and I'm sure anybody that's still watching could probably say this. Why is it that when I sit in your chair, you do my hair and then you curl it and I leave and I'm like, God, it looks so good. And I can't ever get it to be the same. Like it won't do it.
You're cutting out a little bit.
Oh, just saying, like, you curl my hair and it looks amazing. And I'm always like, oh my gosh, that looks so good. And then I try to replicate it at home and I can't do it.
Oh, and that's where it's like, showing them how to do it, step by step. And then, putting we could try that, have you touch the curling iron in front of me and then see how you do it too. So that's another way to do it. Just doing more steps or, set some time out after your haircut. There's more time to do that. And then, just ask your stylist or, and have them put it in their hand and watch.
Yeah, there are many times where I come in and go, I don't have time for you to dry and curl my hair. We're just going to put it in a ponytail and then we'll walk out.
I always say, I'm like, do you want the spa experience or the turbo? Like, there's the ones where they're there for, and they got to go and you can tell they're just distracted anyway. And there are ones that they want the head massage, they want the hot towel, and they want to take their time. So, I have a client where I literally ask her that. I'm like, do you want the turbo or the spa today? What do you want?
That's awesome. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. So what has been your biggest challenge and or your greatest joy of being a stylist?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of touched on a little bit. The challenge, I think, is, it's like it's a confidence builder, and you have to be confident in this industry. There's just no getting around it. And I have a background where it's taken me many years to get there, and it's not perfect, but I'm getting better. So, and not be so hard on yourself, or I think too, like, compare yourself to other stylists, because there's so many stylists, like even in Fishers or wherever, like you can go down the street and find another one, or I work with 19 talented people. So I think just, setting yourself apart and not comparing is huge, and doing your continuing education and all that. But I think that's been a challenge for me to not compare. And then everyone's journey is different with it. And then, I mean, then there's the part where, there's rejection where, you're not what they wanted, or, whatever. And you have to be okay with that and not harp on that one person, and know that there's other people that love your work and love you. So it's been definitely a growing experience over the 12 years. And it's helped me grow personally, like not everyone's going to, love you or appreciate you, but like you just keep moving forward, and that's it. So yeah,
a good way to look at it. Yes. Okay, so then how do you manage being a mom to 3 beautiful children, by the way, and because I feel like, because you have to leave from them, right, but you're at home a lot too, so
yeah, it's definitely a challenge where I work Wednesday evenings, Thursdays, half days practically, and then Saturdays. So I'm not in the salon too much. So there's definitely like the hat with the mom and then the hat with the hairstylist. And Wednesdays are crazy because I'm really throwing dinner down, and then we're going to the salon, and then being like, hey, how was your day? After I just had screaming toddlers at, 5 o'clock. So, there's some of those nights where I literally am just transitioning as I'm driving my 10 minutes from my house to get there. But when you get there, I just dive on in, and it's about them. It's not about you. So, but anyway, with the kids, so my husband, he takes over on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So I couldn't do it without him. He doesn't complain, and he knows what our schedule is. And then my mother-in-law helps out a lot on Thursdays. So we so it's like however it helps out with that. But, that's more on the physical side. The emotional side, I just really, stand by my faith, and have, great community and women that I trust to also get through, the chaos. Like, I don't know who balances work and home life well. If someone does, call me, text me, and tell me if you do that correctly and perfect, because I need to know that and what to do.
Hey, that's the hard part. Like, we're all just managing.
Right. And you don't want to be half and half, like, I don't want to be half there for my kids, and I don't want to be half there for my clients. So I think, and they're also still, I don't have all of them in school yet. I think it'll be a little bit different when they're all in school. So yeah, they're 7, 5, and 3. So the 2 are in school, but I still got one that's not. So I think it's just a season, and it'll get better. But yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but we're making it work. So
Yeah. Well, and I know even with other hairstylists that sometimes that's just how it is. Like, you just have to balance those two sides, because you can't always be at the salon,
Right. Yeah. No, the balanced life, and but I'm so grateful, because I get that. Like, some moms are at home and they choose that too, or they didn't choose it, and but like, for what my job does, and I get to do both and be with adults, and I also get to raise my kids and grow with them. So I think it's been a blessing to me more than anything, because I truly love my job, but then I love being at home with the kids and send them off to school and then hearing about their day. So it's a good balance.
Then sit in your chair and tell you about all of our woes. And
I love it though. Like, it gets me off my mind and my day. Like, certain style, people are like, oh, I wonder if I talk too much. No, I love it. I eat it up, because I'm tired of talking about my day, or, my husband's got to hear me grumble about it or whatever. So when I get there, it's like really like a relief. It's like mini cocktail parties all day. It's like we just sit there and chat about that. And like, I ask them, I just love it anyway. So, and they love it. Like, I feed off people that are enjoying themselves, and it feeds me too. So I truly love it.
I feel you. Again, I actually think I would have loved the job. Like,
yes, you still could sell
no.
those homes and do some hair.
Back would tell me no, because that's the only thing. I have a horrible back, like a horrible back. So
well, there's cutting. We got a little stool, and you can cut. I mean, that's how I was trained. Is you sit and cut. I a lot of people stand and cut, and you do a lot of the cutting sitting down to save your back. And they actually had a chiropractor that used to come to the salon I used to work at to help out your back. So there's that.
Really nice.
I know. I still go to him. Literally 12 years. I still go to this man, and he's amazing. So.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. Did Carly own that salon as well?
No. That was at D.L. Lowry, which a lot of people know that, but it was the first salon that I worked at.
Oh, nice. In Carmel?
But yeah. Oh, no, it was Nora, so Indianapolis. But yeah, it set it up for like, oh, this is nice. Like, they take care of your back. You take care of your body. Like, it's a physical job. I've had 3 babies, been pregnant through the whole thing. Even now, it's like I'm getting a little older. Like, it's definitely physical, but I like it. I couldn't just sit at a desk all day. So
yeah, no, I can't. I mean, I'm at a desk, but then I'm also out with clients and showing them, and doing all the fun stuff. Like the around and stuff like that. So, okay, so what advice for anybody that maybe is catching this later or is watching and maybe wants to become a hairstylist? Like, what advice could you give someone considering a path? And I said cosmetology because I feel like that there's multiple facets of it, but like, what advice do you have for anybody?
Again, it's like the hours aren't bad too. So it's 1,500. I mean, actually, hours are different for every state, but I think it's 1,500 hours. But yeah, it's one of those things where, do you love your job would be a first question, because I do love my job. So, I know a lot of people that don't, and it's really sad for me because I do love it. You know, but to be a hairstylist, you know, you got to also want to love people. It's not just creating these canvases and this hair and, you know, the art of the hair. Like, you're having these conversations, and it's sometimes intimate and sometimes sad. There's, you know, a lot that goes on with these clients and the relationship there. So you got to love people. And then you know, making other feel like it's a selfless job too. Like, it's not about you. You know, I don't know if anyone's ever gone to a hairstylist and they're talking to themselves and they're like, I didn't get to talk. Like, it's about them. So I think just being selfless and all that too. But there's the art of it too. Like, you know, there's so many aspects of it. So it's being selfless, but you got to be a people person, and I am. So I think that's a huge part of it. That I think people think, oh, I love doing hair. I used to do my friends, you know, hair or whatever. You know, but it's different when it's you know, client after client, and, you know, and liking that relationship, you know, and what you do. So I hope I answered that correctly.
Not a right or wrong answer. Here's the thing. I think that it would be very unfortunate to have an introverted, non-people person hairdresser.
Yeah, they might be out there. I don't know. Like, I feel like everyone I work with, we're kind of all the same. So I don't know. I've never seen one, and I haven't gone to a ton of hairstylists myself. So I don't know. But like I said, it would be weird if they're just to themselves and not talking. But I'm sure it happens.
I didn't give you this question before, but are there any new techniques that you think are coming out that you're excited about, or that you feel like people start asking? Because like balayage and painting, all that, I feel like has now been around for a little bit, but is there anything new that's kind of hitting the scenes?
I mean, you know, things always turn back around, you know. It's like, I just feel like with style and everything else. So there was the chunkiness, and I think it was Kim Kardashian or one of the Kardashians had like chunky highlights. So there's talk of that might come back, and you know, but yeah, but it's like, no, go back to natural and like big eyebrows. Like, I just remember it was flat ironed hair, skinny eyebrows, no lips. You know, like, that was me. It was like, no hair the better, and then flat iron the crap out of your hair, and that's what I did. You know, but now it's like natural waves, these natural colors, you know. And so yeah, I mean, that was like hinted around for, but I haven't seen too much of it. But me and the girls, it's called the crew, and so me and the girls I work with, we get on there, and someone will like send, this is coming out, or perms are coming back, like, and then we all freak out and then respond. So it's really funny just to see like what's the talk of the next. But I don't know. I think this will stay around for a while because it's so natural and it's flattering on a lot of people. So who knows? But that was a little bit, but I haven't seen much of it take off. But I remember someone sent me that, and then I don't know if it was like fake or not. But so yeah, that's
hilarious. Here's the thing. I don't want the chunky highlights to come back. I'm okay with flat, limp hair because I have that on the daily.
Like flat iron it. No, I don't even know if I had a flat iron. I would take like my mom's iron and literally, like, because my hair, I have to put so much, like I said, crap in it, stuff in it, product. And but I was like just with frizz. But yeah, I would get up at like 5 a.m. and like go through each piece and make it sure it's straight.
No.
So
Here, my hair. This is the thing. It's already straight. The problem with my hair is I have to use a flat iron because it like goes straight and then it kinks. And you're like, couldn't you just be like straight? And this is one of my girlfriends that I saw yesterday. It was funny because it's been really humid out. And when I walk outside in humidity, my hair goes flat. Like, it's like dead. It's done. She walks outside with her curly hair and her hair just like it's ginormous. And I'm like, yeah, I have ginormous hair because of.
Yeah, no, you always want what you can't have. And learning from 12 years and so many people in my chair, they always want what they can't have. The curly hair people don't like their curly hair. The straight hair people don't like their straight hair. So it's just the nature of human beings, I think. But like, yeah, when I lived in Colorado, no humidity, my hair was awesome. But yeah, it's just, you know, winter's coming, fall's coming. So we'll have, at least for me, not so frizzy hair. And I don't know. Yeah, it's the same, like
frizz. Mine doesn't. Nope. It just goes. It's like it dies. It just goes.
Yeah. See, I'm jealous of that. I want that.
Wow. Okay, here. We'll shave my hair. We'll make wigs, and we'll be good. Awful. But that's why I come to you to try to like put layers and things in it so that maybe I can have some hair.
Well, the thing is, extensions, I feel like extensions took off in a major way. So a lot of people get extensions. You know, if they want to fill in a couple spots, you can put a couple rows in, and that's what people do. So
I don't know. I complain about it, but at the same time, I don't
you
want
look
to do
great. You're crazy. You look great. I see you all the time, and you're always put together, and you look amazing. So stop.
I try. It's because if I walk out in public and I look like what I would if I allowed my hair to do what it wants to do, oh, it's awful. Or I just throw it in a ponytail. I'm ready for my hair grows really, really slow. So like the blonde is only to here, and I don't think we've done anything since February.
No, yeah, no, it's been a while. Well, we had COVID, kind of got hit with that too. But yeah, but I like it. I still like it.
Everybody thinks it's okay because the blonde grow, you know, like it's kind of just it's that grow out that I'm just like, okay, I can be done with it. But it is what it is. It'll be all right.
No.
So I think Chris is bald and said that he needs to make an appointment. What, for a really fine shave, Chris?
Well, we do head massages and hot towels. So
there you go, Chris. She's ready for you. Do you think perms will come back? Because I've actually been hearing that that's what possibly could be coming back as well.
That's why I said perms also along with that. And I hope not. And if anything, I bet you everyone's going to be like sending them to someone else. Because if you talk to anyone, they do not want to put a perm in someone's hair. But
awful. Just the smell of them.
No, yeah, the smell and everything. And I just had a girl do a home perm herself, and her hair was just fried, and we had to cut it. And she does that though, where she'll do random stuff. But anyway, so now she's on the road to recovery because of her homemade perm.
I've been known to do some stuff.
Yeah. Oh, what was that? Your henna? I forget what was that? Is that what you used to use? Yeah.
I did it for a period of time. It was not it was a phase. It wasn't my favorite. My favorite hair is when you used to do it really, really dark, you know, here, and then it would be where it would then go to the blonde, but it would be it was amazing. I look back at pictures and I'm like, am I really going gray?
You're like, should I? Well, if you put those highlights in on the ends, that's again with balayage, it's so popular because the grow out is amazing. Like, you don't have to come in as much. It's a little bit more money, but you don't have to come in as much. So everyone loves it because you don't have to, like, you know, before it's like, I could grow it at your root, and it doesn't do that. It's like all your stuff's down here, you know, like I painted some myself. It's like, it's all at the end. So you get all this, and then you just, you know, you don't see it. So it just lasts longer. It looks good.
It's amazing. I loved it, and I was really excited about it. Well, I really appreciate you coming on and kind of telling us about kind of your career and what you love and everything. How can viewers support you if like they're interested in, you know, getting a hold of you or having you do their hair?
Yeah, I was actually trying to think about this. I mean, obviously you can find me on Instagram. I'm not much on Facebook. I'm mostly on Instagram. So it's at Elisha Haffner. And so you can look up my page, all the stuff I've done in the past. I'm not as good at posting a lot of pictures. So I still have a whole page of like pictures and stuff, colors and haircuts I've done. But yeah, you can message me on Instagram or personally, you can call me. I don't know if my phone number's on here, or text me. I don't know who calls each other anymore. Honestly, you can text me.
I do know that at least if somebody wants to get a hold of you, you can click on their website. Adam will bring it up real quick, and then I'll click on it. But so if you are interested, you could always go to Radiate 60 Collective, and then if you go to the homepage, there is the Our Team, which then you can scroll down, which there's Carly. You can see Carly and her awesome hair. And then there's Elisha, which then takes you here, which then you can follow and message.
Yeah, that was me with long hair. I literally like cut my hair like the next week after I took that picture.
I know a lot of the people in here, which is funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's great. And then also, I'm going to do $20 off color services. And then, so yeah, and $50 off if you do want to do the Brazilian blowout. That is more for people that truly want that sleek, straight hair, and it dries faster, and they just have unruly hair that's just coarse and need taken care of. So that's what this is for. So anyway, so yeah, there is also that to add to it, just to kind of, see what you think. And I always said it's just like it's an interview in itself of just getting your hair done and trying out and see if you like what each person does, what I do, and then go from there. But
in the notes, do you mind of saying that you'll?
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah. We'll put that. I'll even have Adam put it in the in like the messaging, so that if anybody reaches out and says that they've watched a show or whatever and want to go to see you, which would be amazing. I really appreciate it. It's really fun. And I think that
thank you.
Give them an idea of like what it's going to be like, and if they like it or don't like it, you know what I mean?
Right. I feel like people think about it too much, or they think they're going to hurt someone's feelings. Like, that's what it is. It's about to make you feel good, and don't overthink it. Like, to me, I prefer it of someone just being honest of what they want, and they're going to get what they want quicker if they just tell the stylist what they want. So that's my thing for people that do get their hair done. Just explain what you want, and not be afraid to ask those questions. And if you don't like something or whatever, like, just, it's all about communication, which we all know in any relationship. So between the stylist and, the client, it's a relationship and communication. So the better communication, the better consultation, the better the hair, and the better that they end up walking away with what they wanted. So
yeah, that was really well said. Very well said. Okay. Perfect. So we have a last question that we ask every guest on our show, which is, who do you think we should interview next?
So I haven't been going to Starbucks as much. We have the Well coffee shop. I don't know if you've interviewed them yet.
I've been there tons of times, but I don't know the owners.
Okay. I don't know the owners, but the people in there are amazing. Always nice. I'm always out trying new things with the coffee. And so they're amazing. But yeah, all their money, I don't know if all their money, but a lot of the money goes towards children overseas, that just to provide clean water. Obviously, it's called the Well. So that would be a great one. There was Lily and Sparrow, but they're in Carmel now. They moved.
I talked with her. I eventually will branch out outside of Fishers at some point, but wanted to kind of keep it Fishers at this point. So when we branch out, she says she went, and actually technically both her and her sister, like both of them, live in Fishers.
Okay, yeah.
But they moved they are.
They're so sweet. They're like little angels. And we worked with them for so long. Even at the old house, they were with us. And so it's really sad to see them move, but I'm excited for them. So
I'm not allowed I'm not allowed to go in there. I spent.
Oh, I know. I would love it myself.
It's just like one of the best little places. We are actually having Blue Peppermint on. She's going to come on.
Oh, yeah.
So she's
fun.
Place in Fishers. So if anybody's watching or at any point in time knows the owners of Well Coffee, I would love to have them on, because I think that they would be a great, it's the only location, right? And so it's just such a neat concept, but I haven't met anybody that knows them yet. So I want to try to get a hold of them for sure. Do you know anybody else that that you think would be fun to interview?
Fisher's location, not specifically, no. I mean, I was asking Carly this too, because I work close with her, and she said the people at Clean Juice she really liked a lot too. So that's right to our salon. So yeah, you're like, ooh, is it gluten free? Healthy, it's all of you. Yeah,
we took our kids there, and they got the acai bowls.
Oh my gosh, so good, amazing. And those took off too. I feel like that's like popular. It's like, yeah, but you can get whatever kind of juice you want, and then those I've tried. The bowls are good, and their food's just good. So a lot of girls go over there.
I just like the concept.
Yeah,
I literally told her, maybe we should open our own.
I know. Of course you would. You're like the health guru. Do people know that about you? You sell homes and you're a health guru. If you need a dietitian, just call her. Yes. Yes. Well, you're amazing with how you do your food and with your family. You're amazing at that. So
I try. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, and we all are learning, and we are all doing, what we can and how we can. And that's just all that we can do. You know what I mean? Like, I try not to stress, and I don't ever really judge other people for what they're doing, because at the end of the day, you only know what you know. And even if you know something and you choose not to do that, that's fine. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you do you, I'll do me, and that's fine.
Yeah. No, it's good. I wish there's more people that thought that way in this world, but they don't.
There needs to be. Okay, so for all of the viewers, which, by the way, at the end of the month, we're actually interviewing an Enneagram expert.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, I'm so excited. Somebody that's watching and knows what Enneagram, because I've mentioned the Enneagram on here probably too much. Both Elisha and I are 7s.
Yes. Shocker. Is anyone shocked?
Both our Adams are 9s.
Yes. And their personality, I mean, it's like the same personalities. Like, we need to get together. We keep saying that. We need to get together and just see what happens.
Adam's chuckling because every time I get home, I'm like, we need to like hang out. But when you have 3 kids for you and 3 kids for me, like, it's just sometimes hard. Like,
yeah. Well, we'd probably be talking the whole time and they'd just be staring at each other. So maybe we should just get together. Yeah. I was gonna say, but it's so true. It really is, like, it's a season of life, and it is really, it's crazy to make, and you just have to make the time and make the effort. And I'm terrible at that. It's like, so it's like, make the effort, but we got to get together for sure and get the 7s and 9s.
I'm not good at it either. It's hard. And so it is. And I mean, it's not like our 9 husbands really want to go out and party.
Right. No. Yeah. That makes me tired thinking about it. Like, I want a good conversation, and
You're like, done. Are we done?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what are thinking. Is this conversation done? You're not going anywhere. What's the point? Like, that's honestly how many times I will look over and he'll give me this look like, you're not going anywhere.
It's time to go.
But we're having fun. Leave us alone.
Right.
That's how it is just in general, right? Like, we're the outgoing ones. We're going to talk to anybody that we walk up to and get to know, and you're going to cut their hair and I'm going to sell my house.
That's a perfect team. We need to get like t-shirts made or something and just walk around.
We're in the house.
Yeah. I'll cut their hair while you sell houses.
I know.
Look at the house. Yeah, I love it.
It is. Well, tell Carly I say hi. I love her. And we even talked about having her on the show, and maybe at some point we will have her on, because she can kind of talk to the business side. It's always fun, and she has a beautiful salon, and I love that you're there and you're convenient and close. And so for anybody that wants their hair done, here's the thing. I really can't say enough about your technique and what you do and how you listen and all of that. So,
thank you.
I have so many friends that have gone to you that have the same thoughts, and multiple people kind of said the same thing. So if you're thinking and you're not sure, or you're unhappy with your hairdresser, or they're not listening, and they're, try Elisha out, because I really think that she'll take care of you and make you feel special. So
thanks so much, Cameron. That's so sweet. And I love having you. Like I said, we've had some, it's like hours together. We just take off, and the conversation just won't stop. Like, I literally talk to you as you walk out the door even. So it's great.
I think one time we left like 1 o'clock, one night.
Wasn't that like, it was 11. That process to go gray.
I don't recommend it for everybody, but
no, but you got to this beautiful place. It was worth it.
We're so good. It'll get there in the end, and then you'll do some awesome, real fun cuts, and it'll be great. Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on and offering, to give a little bit of a discount for the people that, possibly want to come to you. And I'm going to get a little bit more of the details once we get off, so that Adam can put it on that banner. But for everybody else, Elisha, stay on. I'm going to talk to you in the green room. But for everybody else, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions for Elisha or for us, just let us know. But we thank you for visiting our show of Get to Know Your Neighbor. Next week, I have to look at my calendar.
Thank you.
Next week, next week. Okay, next week is Larry Lannon, who he has a blog that's like all things fishers. So he
Oh,
a bunch of information about fishers, and I'm excited because he's been here for a very long time. So we're gonna talk with Larry next week. So tune in, and everybody have a wonderful night. Thanks, guys.
bye. Thank you.